Good morning, Karamia. It's
Good morning.
wonderful to have you again in our 58 Empower Wellbeing webinars. It's June and the longest day of the year is just around the corner, which is fantastic to see longer and longer day, which I hope help everybody to feel more uplifted. And today you're going to offer us a very different type of meditation. So we did loads of different sessions with you, but I'll pass it to you to explain to us what are we going to go through today.
What are we doing today? Yes. So as you may or may not know, I am a nutritionist and a naturopath, and I've studied many modalities over the years. And then last year I went to, I guess it's a woman's house, a stunning house in Hampstead, and she had a whole bunch of autoimmune issues and a whole bunch of other issues. And the bioresonance machine that I used scanned her, and it came up with the fact that a whole lot of fear was being held in her body. So I said to her, "What's with all this fear?" And she said, "Oh my God, I live in constant fear that I'm going to lose all my money." And I said, "Well, if you're in constant fear, your body you may as well be in Syria. Your body knows no difference. If you're in constant fear, that sympathetic nervous system is firing. And this is the cause of all of the health issues. The leaky gut, the stress caused the leaky gut. The leaky gut started the histamine intolerance. The histamine intolerance had the autoimmune disease." And I said, all of this, the primary cause was the fear. But what have you done to address that? And she said, "Well, I've tried this and I've tried that. And I said, "Oh, have you tried hypnotherapy?" And she said, "Oh, no, I haven't tried that before." And I thought, why don't I go learn that? Because it really is body, mind, spirit. We know that we are not just what we eat. We are not just the exercise we do. We are our thoughts. We are our belief systems. And so I recognize that over the last 10 years of seeing clients, so many people were being held back by their limiting belief systems, their self-conscious thoughts, their subconscious thoughts rather, their self-consciousness, their doubts, their anxiety, their worry. All of this was impacting them from achieving the life that they really wanted to lead, stopping them from eating healthy perhaps, stopping them from almost self-sabotage. So I thought, right, okay, let's go do 400 hours of training in diploma. So that's what I did, and it works. It's perhaps the easiest thing I've learned, because there are no Latin words and there's no, all these tiny little deeply medical terminologies. But because it really is just talking, but it is a specific type of talking. It's a specific language to use, and it is certainly a skill. Absolutely, it's a skill. So I'm pleased to be able to offer it to my clients as part of a triumvirate of what I can do. So, for example, let's say somebody comes to me for menopause. Well, we can look at the hormones with the bioresonance machine. We can look at the diet. We can look at everything else. But let's also look at our thoughts and feelings around embracing the change of life, embracing how we feel about no longer being youthful. Can we make some changes to our thinking and embrace our belief systems? So another thing to think about, of course, is that there's that wonderful picture we've all seen many times of the iceberg, and how only a small percentage of it is above the water and 90% underneath. And this is another representation of our minds, the conscious mind representing the top 10% and the subconscious mind underneath. So why are we ever expecting change in the physical conscious world when there's so much underneath? So there's something that we could do as an example of this. So I invite you to hold out your arms. That's it, thank you. And just cross them in a way that feels comfortable for you. Just whatever works for you. And notice how that feels in your body. And notice which one is on top. Which one's out front, which one's out back. Just see how that feels. And what our brains do is they learn something and then it goes into automatic mode, autopilot. Because the quicker we file something away, the more present we are to current dangers, to responding to situations. Now, what I'd like you to do is to swap those arms around. So put the other one on top.
Both on top.
Yeah, so switch your arms. Michael. That's it. And does this feel any different? Does it feel odd? Does it feel slightly more conscious?
Odd.
How does it feel?
It does feel odd.
It does feel odd, right? I don't know about you, Lisa, if it feels more odd to you, but you're making a very purposeful, sort of a yogic thing, which is very purposeful. The idea is that we just cross our arms in a more comfortable way, but it's just to see what feels different. It shouldn't feel different, but it does.
The right feels different to the left completely.
Okay, completely. Okay. So we're creatures of habit, and we're creatures, our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions and belief systems are all part of this habitual situation. So without things that actually get past that, then we are dealing in automatic mode. So the idea is that hypnotherapy allows for us to access this deeper, underlying, submerged subconscious mind. So does anybody have any questions about, we're not doing hypnotherapy. What I'm doing now is I've created a meditation that uses the imagination like so many meditations do. But because it's the morning, we're not doing a yoga nidra. We're not doing relaxing the body, relaxing the knife, and then down the body, and we're not doing that. Because I've heard that so many times before, and quite frankly, that's great at nighttime when you're lying in bed. What we want, what I imagine we want, is we want to feel more energized for the rest of the day. This is 11 o'clock in the morning, right? So we want to have more energy. We want to have more focus for the day ahead. So that's what this meditation is focusing around. Now, why it brings in the hypnotherapy or the hypnosis aspect is because hypnosis is active. It asks the person, the client, the patient, whatever, to work within the session. We're asking you to use the subconscious mind to incorporate change. So we will be using a very standard and very easy, but very dynamic and also really effective technique, hypnotherapy technique. You may have come across it before. That's kind of embedded after we've done some visualization work. It's all visualization. And then towards the end, we'll be doing some more hypnotherapy, hypnosis techniques to sort of, make change. So it's not a passive thing is what I'm trying to say. So, excuse me, get some water. Any questions before we begin? Any questions about hypnosis? What we're doing today? Anything? No? Okay. So, allowing for the fact this actually takes about 12 to 15 minutes. So, ideally, you're not going to be disturbed for the next 10, 15 minutes. And any noises you hear outside will only help you to focus more on my voice. And also understand that if you do need to get up and go do something at any point, you're able to do so. So, therefore, I'd like you to take we'll start with the breath, a nice, deep, comfortable breath in. And just notice where it goes inside your body. And does it go to your lungs first? Or does it travel lower? Does it expand your stomach when you breathe in? And do your shoulders rise at all when you breathe in? Ideally, they shouldn't. We should stay nice and relaxed as we breathe. And this time on your next breath in, I'd like you to try and breathe a bit deeper into your stomach, into your diaphragm. The stomach expanding as you inhale, and see if you can take a fuller breath in. Filling the lungs only after you have filled the stomach and diaphragm. That's it. Take your time. In through the nose, into the stomach, then up into the lungs. See how different this feels from the first breath. Give yourself permission to spend the next 10 minutes just enjoying this brief yet effective session of ours. Any noises you hear, as I said, will help you to focus on the sound of my voice and help you to concentrate more fully. And so here's where the power of visualization can be a compelling tool. And as you continue to breathe your nice, easy, deep breaths in, it doesn't matter if you can't see in your mind's eye everything that I describe. Your subconscious mind will know what to do and will do the work for you. So I'd like you to imagine in your mind's eye a light bulb in front of you, just shining bright enough to really glow, but not enough to hurt your eyes. Now increase the wattage of that bulb to the point where you do want to shut your eyes. And if they aren't already, which they are, close your eyes. And keep your eyes closed to protect yourself from that brilliant glow. And now that light bulb is starting to glow so powerful. It's become to burn as brightly as the sun. And you can start to feel some warmth against your face, just as if it was the sun itself. That gentle, warm, and welcome heat that we all love to feel against our skin. Keeping the image of that light bulb in front of you in your mind's eye, know that the immense glow from this light has the ability to penetrate through physical and non-physical matter. Regardless of what or where it is, this shining light has the ability to clear out any pain or stiffness, any negative thought, any unwanted feeling, any conflicting emotion or stuck energy. And in its wake, this brilliant light leaves behind only pure possibility for change and renewal. It leaves behind vitality and clean, raw energy. With each breath in, it just burns away anything that doesn't serve you. Take in another deep and powerful breath in, a purposeful breath in. And this time, as you breathe in that light, visualize that with each breath, it's rushing past your nose and begins to fill your stomach, and from there it shines into your lungs. And it begins to alight and fire up all the millions of little crevices within your body. And this powerful glow is now being introduced into your bloodstream. And it begins to course around your body. Feel the warmth begin to reach every system, every organ, clearing and cleaning and re-energizing every cell. That's it. Nice deep breath in, allowing that light to seep into every pore of your being, clearing, cleaning, revitalizing, and energizing. And now begin to see that with every out-breath, a gray mist of tiredness, stress, worry, stuck motivation is being exhaled. And the more you engage, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you engage. Breathing in the light, the clearing energy, and exhaling any gray smoke of stress, whatever does not serve you, whatever may hold you back. And making those inhales purposeful and powerful, and every out breath just as meaningful and purposeful. An in-breath of light and an exhale of gray smoke. And see your body becoming filled with this brilliant light, beginning to glow from deep within your core, and your muscles glowing and free of tension. Your organs are being renewed, and the blood is becoming the most vibrant red as it pulses with this luminosity. Really use your imagination and watch this light with each breath burning away any thoughts of stress or tension and leaving behind only light and renewal, inspiring your mind and invigorating the skeleton, stimulating the muscles and fibers, enlivening the entire body from head to toe with the power of this light. Another deep breath in, and I invite you to let go of all that does not serve you, and making renewed room for purpose and energy. So now that you are energized from tip to toe, I'd like you to imagine walking down a corridor, the light, brilliant light still shining behind you. And you come to a door that above it reads, Control Room of the Mind. And opening that door, behind you'll find an impressive control room. Perhaps it looks like inside of a cockpit or a submarine. Maybe it looks like a space station, or maybe a science lab, filled with levers and dials and buttons. And whatever it looks like, your subconscious mind knows exactly how every dial, lever, and button works. And every aspect of your mind and body is represented here. A control room that can access and change immediately and effectively any and all parts of you. I'd like you to walk over to a dial that reads worry and stress, and notice what it's set at. And dial it down to a level, or pull that lever down to a level that is more comfortable for you. And next to it, you'll find a dial that reads calm and peace. And go ahead and turn that dial up, as high as you would like it to be. And over to the left, there is a button that reads focus, and one that reads more energy. And make sure those buttons are turned on. If they aren't, press them and watch them light up. Focus, more energy. Take some time to make the changes in your control room that serve you best, serve you most. Have a look around and just change any dials or levers or buttons. Mind or body. That would be beneficial for you. That's it. Okay, so we can leave this special place knowing that you can come back here at any time you wish to make whatever adjustments you feel would benefit you. And outside the room, as you close the door, you'll find a chair outside that room, and have a seat and prepare to visualize your day ahead going really well, having unlimited energy and unwavering focus. See yourself completing whatever tasks lay ahead with ease and appreciation, knowing that you have the resilience and capacity to deal with whatever happens in the day ahead. And I'd like you to bring to mind a feeling of a job well done at the end of a day. Bring that feeling of satisfaction into your body, as large as you are capable of feeling. Now increase that feeling by 50%. And start to fill in all those areas of your body that have been cleared out from the light, and fill them with the positive feelings about yourself and energy for your day ahead. Enjoy just basking in the feeling of getting it right, getting something done well. Recall the feeling of when you felt satisfied in whatever task you completed, and bring that feeling into your body right now. And anchor that in. And a big diaphragm breath in, and keep focusing your attention on feeling positive and productive and great. That's wonderful. And know that you're going to bring these feelings with you throughout the day ahead, and the weeks ahead, and even the months ahead, should you choose. And in a moment, I'm going to count to 5, and only on the count of 5 will you awaken feeling totally refreshed and energized for the day ahead. So 1, coming back into the room, and 2, all healthy, normal sensations returning to each and every part of you. 3, beginning to stretch. 4, taking a nice deep breath in, and 5, opening your eyes, feeling wide awake and energized. And 5. How's everybody feeling?
I want to come out.
Wakey, 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 wakey. And 5.
I don't feel wide and energized. I feel like, whoa, I just want to stay.
It was fascinating. I heard someone at the door downstairs, so I was like jumping.
Oh.
Oops. No.
Lisa, we're going to count from 1 to 5 again. It's important that it is in a hypnotic state. So I'd like you just to focus on, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. Mm-hmm. And on the count of 5, you will awaken feeling entirely refreshed, motivated and awake and full of energy. Any feelings of feeling sleepy or disoriented will completely leave your body, mind, and spirit. So 1, coming back fully into the room, back into your body. 2, all normal, healthy sensations returning to every part of you. 3, a deep breath in, awakening each part of you, preparing to awaken. 4, I would like you to stretch, 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 preparing to awaken. And 5, opening your eyes, feeling wide awake and energized. Better?
Yeah.
Good.
I can go into that state very easy, and it's hard for me to come out.
Yeah, yeah. You're probably
you have 2 babies around. You were probably not sleeping that great.
Yeah, yeah.
I take longer to come out because I can just get, I can stay in that state.
Yeah, yeah. You're what we call a good subject. Because, so how was that for you? Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I'd love to ask, how come you use the image of a light bulb? Like, for example, I would use for me the image of the sun, because it's still heat and light. Is it just part of what you learned with that?
No, I created this one myself. Okay. Some people, because we don't know who our audience is, with a group thing, starting with the sun is less easy to envision in front of you, perhaps. Yeah. So we start with something that we can all recognize, and then just increase it.
Yeah, great.
You can do the sun if, I could do the sun some other time, but yeah, a light bulb is more tangible.
Yeah, because
that's why I chose that.
Some people are less visual.
Yeah, and we never know who our audience is going to be, so you make it as broad as possible. On a one-to-one session, somebody who's a yoga master, obviously we could go really down deep end into the true spiritual aspect of things. But I've got I actually wrote this for a law firm.
Yeah, I get that. That works. I think it was really nice, the control room. I bet the law firm loved the control room. They're probably yanking it all up to 10s and 0s because they're so control. So it's nice, that control room, so you could create a different room if you're working with a different audience. That's really nice, because then you can play in your room. Yeah, that's classic hypnotherapy. Yeah. The control room of the mind. Yeah. That's lovely. Yeah. And then there's what we call future pacing, where we envision
whatever you want to do. So for a one-on-one client, you know, you really tailor it so that they can, the subconscious mind no longer focuses on what it's been doing all the time. You give it the possibility of experiencing another way of being, and then that becomes the new thing. So change can be really effective and really instantaneous, which is amazing. Yeah. So, right. Well, we managed to get it to 11:30.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, now you made me think maybe I should walk back home.
You're welcome.
Another
what I'm doing next week is really I don't know if you want to stop the recording, Michael, please.